Looking to see if my microphone's working. Yes, it is. Oh, such a mess. Windswept and interesting, no less. It's kind of windy outside. The Mad March winds. March is famous for its winds. This morning, though, it was famous for its sleet. At least it was here. It's always fun to get up in the morning in Scotland, I think, anyway, and get outside and discover what the day's like. And actually you can do that 2 or 3 times a day in Scotland, because it changes. I don't know if Crowded House were meaning it when they said 4 seasons in one day, but you know, we can have it. In fact, there's a place in Glencoe itself. You can drive through it and you can experience 4 seasons. 2 on one side and 2 on the other. On your way from one end to the other, you will probably see the 4. It's a kind of microclimate in itself. And at the moment, what we're dealing with is microclimates. Because we are a climate. We are our own climate. And it's a micro because we're all individual people with our own individual climates. I know there's a flaw in there somewhere, but just bear with me. So what's been happening in your climate this week? We've been discussing getting stuck and getting unstuck. We've been discussing procrastination. We've been discussing a whole load of stuff around movement. And movement is what's happening all the time, because time is moving. Time is moving forward and taking us with it, whether we like it or not. The amount of energy that we can spend just trying to hold ourselves in one space is just ridiculous. I mean, if we put that energy onto something else, I wonder what we could do. It's amazing. And I'm having dreams, brilliant dreams, amazing dreams, and I'm doing it on purpose. I am, because I'm manifesting, and of course we can all do that, and it's something else to think about, how our beautiful universal minds allow us to enjoy and actually embody what we're manifesting in our dreams, which actually, for me, in my humble opinion, means that it's coming. It's getting ready to come through, because we're getting it in full VistaVision colour. Well, I dream in colour anyway. I don't know about you, because I don't know. Nobody does unless you tell them. The funny thing is that the alarm went off this morning, and I think I'm doing everything early this year. I've sprung forward, so I'm losing an hour. This morning I didn't get up till 10 o'clock. But I didn't get up till 10 o'clock because I'd put the alarm off and then decided to set my tone for the day. But while I was setting my tone for the day, I slipped back in. Oh boy, did I slip back in. But it was great, because there was this space, and I was looking at this house, and it looked kind of like a house that I'd drawn. And it was an area that I sort of kind of knew. But then it was a dream, so that was okay. And there was somebody who was going one way, and I was going the other way, and I was going the other way with purpose. Because I was looking for my dog. Now at the moment I don't have a dog. I have been hankering for a dog for a long time now. But since I can't afford Professor No Fitzpatrick's prices at the moment, I'm not getting a dog. So it's all bundled up in the manifestation things, and I've just done myself a misdeed when I said that I couldn't afford it. So it's very complicated, manifesting things. You have to be on the button all the time. Anyway, this dog, of course, it's not just any dog. It's a Vizsla, Hungarian Vizsla. Not small, but very, very active. Very, very gorgeous. And just amazing characters. I have a thing about them since my last rescue dog, Gussie, who was a lifesaver and a paradigm changer for me. Universe sent him to me. So I'm kind of thinking and wondering about this dream this morning. And it excites me a little bit. Because for me it means things are falling into place. And you know how it feels when you feel that things are falling into place. You start to kind of, ooh, that's nice. I wonder if. And you start actually getting into the way of being that you can manifest more and more effectively. One of my teachers put something on this morning that said, when the teacher was there, my ears were closed, I wasn't ready. When my ears were open, the teacher was gone. Now, one of my other teachers, because isn't life always like this? One of my other teachers had said to me, when I said, oh, why couldn't I do this before? I should have been doing this for years. And he said to me, but you weren't ready. You hadn't had the life experience that allowed you to be here now. Okay, so which is it? There's wisdom in both. Actually, I think it's a case of the universe tells you that this is your teacher now, open your ears. And we can stubbornly, as we've realised in the last couple of weeks, we can hold on to our space and say, nah. Don't want to go there. Want to stay in my groove. Don't want to go there. I'm just right here. And then we just stay there. Because that train of opportunity just goes bye-bye. But it's fun. Manifesting is fun. It's great to use your imagination that way. And this is my challenge for you today. Doodle it if you have to. Draw it. Make a vision board. Get people involved. Get the kids involved if you want to. What they would like to see, how they would like to be, what they would like to be doing. It could be a beach holiday. It could be anything. For me, it's dog. And my dog, in my dream, I had a walk this morning. I don't think I have to do it again now today. But it was at Christmas time. And I know it was Christmas time because there was a Santa Claus in a van and reindeer in the park. It was a dream. And Santa Claus is a shamanic figure, by the way. Just to let you know about that. We might talk about that closer to the time. But you can look backwards and find it. Because I think I do something on Santa Claus. On Facebook. It is one of my favourites. Vision boards. Manifesting. First of all, yes, you have to fake it to make it. You have to feel, and I know that you can imagine, you can remember a time when things were just right. We've all had a Goldilocks moment. Even if it wasn't a dream, we've had a Goldilocks moment. And we can remember how that feels, how we perceived it at the time. How it was to be just in the right place, at the right time, in the zone. Not the groove, but the zone. When everything outside of yourself is inside of yourself, and everything inside of yourself is outside of yourself, and you're just there, flowing, being, and doing. Is that not an amazing idea to play with today? You could do that over the weekend. You could meditate. Yeah, it's not that easy for some, but it can be done. And it's absolutely one of the best things that you can do. If you want to learn to journey, then get in touch. I am actually organising myself into making an event on Eventbrite quite soon. So watch this space. Well, let's get back to the fun part. All the stuff that we've been doing and talking about is actually there to allow you to understand that you have more control over what's happening in your life than you think you have. And once you take hold of those reins, that horse doesn't run away anymore. You're in control. You're riding that horse. You are going to take that horse to the place where you want to go, not where he wants to go. But also, while you're there, you can feel the power of that horse. One of my favourite memories, and I love it every time I watch a certain advert on television where there's a black horse, and I'm sure you know the one I'm talking about. He's also in my manifestations. Not him particularly, but one of his kind. I remember riding horses, and I remember that feeling when they open up and go from a canter to a gallop. There's an absolute feeling that just goes through you, and you understand in the pit of your stomach that the energy has changed and that you are going to be going at full pelt. And I can tell you it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And it's so much fun. But you can't do that, most of us. Most of us can't do that. Very few of us have the opportunity to do that. Even at the moment, we probably can't do that at all. Unless they're actually ours, and we have to do that to exercise them. It's the fun part of understanding that when we experience something, it stays in our memories somewhere. Even if you can't picture it, you can possibly feel it, you can possibly hear it. Your brain will be able to perceive that feeling, that being, that moment in time differently to others, but you will still be able to think, did that once, I can do it again. I can feel that way again. And feeling is so much further to the point than you know, because it's how we feel about things that actually change how we deal with things. So look up some laughter yoga, make yourself laugh, make a vision board this weekend. Pay attention to your spiritual needs. Go out into the garden, even if you just go outside your front door and see a weed, a dandelion or something, a crocus or a daffodil. There's lots of them around at the moment. Look at that flower, look at that plant, and just throw out some love, and then wait and see what comes back. And yes, many of us are going to think, oh, that's quite fanciful, that's a load of crap, Leslie. I just ask you to suspend your disbelief a little bit and do it. And wait for that sensation to come in, and allow yourself to be open enough to invite it. You can do it with a plant pot if you're stuck in the house properly and you can't get out and you have a plant in the house. And I am again looking at my begonia, who's saying, oh, I'm so tired. Oh. Have some fun. It doesn't have to be just on Fridays. It can be every day. Think about where we've been going this week and the weeks previously. Think about your breathing. Think about your wish boxes. Think about your affirmations. Have you been doing your affirmations? Have you been setting your tone? Don't beat yourself up if you haven't. I mean, you may not even care. That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do it or if you don't do it. But it does, in a way, because when you experience it and you get it right, and when I say get it right, I mean feel the full force of it. You may not do that right away, but actually speaking out loud affirmations or singing them is even better. And you might feel like a total idiot when you're doing it, but that's also alright, because basically get away from your ego, because it's your ego that's telling you it's just stupid, you're going to be a fool, people are going to laugh at you. Well, like then you're giving somebody else a laugh, and that might make them feel better. You've done somebody a favour. Take your time to smile. Take your time in the morning when you're brushing your teeth. It might be all gunky, but smile. And look yourself right in the eye and say, today is going to be a good day, because I said so. And feel that coming on, that feeling like a coat going over your shoulders. Shift the shape of your thoughts. Become that feeling. See how differently you stand. See how differently you comport yourself. Act it out. Then you can collapse in a fit of giggles if you want to. Dance. Get some good music on that you like. Even if it's a minuet or some electronic thing like Kraftwerk. I used to like them. Just be able to do with them. Whatever burns your candle that's not going to hurt you or hurt anybody else, do it. Enjoy the time. Use the time to make yourself feel good. Have some fun. The whole weekend through. Even if you feel that you're having an Eeyore moment, that might be fun for you. To just dip in there and wallow for a little while. Just don't make it your postcode. We wallow for a reason. Usually it's grief. Usually it's because of loss. It's because we've lost something. Breathe. The time for wallowing is set. Then you can say that was in the past. And remember, we talked about going around like a museum with the little tags. This was then, and you are in the now. You're walking past them, you're walking through them. They're under glass, behind glass. You cannot take them with you. Not that feeling of despair, not that sadness. That's why we have laughter. It shakes everything off. It opens you up. Have you ever laughed until your ribs hurt? I love that. You can laugh also until a little bit of pee comes out. Just a little bit maybe. That also just makes you laugh even more. Has its consequences. Especially after a certain age. Have fun this weekend. Have fun today. Have fun now. Find something that makes you giggle. It could be a rom-com. It could be something on Facebook that's like funny cats and funny dogs. It could be funny people. It could be something that you want to do and just have a giggle, dress up, get all your makeup on, do something funny with a clown face or something. Put a mask on. The mask of fun. Wear it for a while. Then take it off. And go back to being your normal everyday self. Enjoy the variety. Let the mad March winds get into your ears and do a little bit of frolicking. Not too much though. I'll see you next week.